What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, continuing with the Madden 18, Madden 17 roster reveal, and today we're looking at the Indianapolis Colts. Now, if you don't know what's going on, go check out the Philadelphia Eagles episode where I went in-depth about what you're going to see here today. But the Cliff Notes version, these rosters are going to be made up of my own personal ratings, Pro Football Focus, their stats off last season. Every team's first 3 rounds of rookies will be included. From rounds 4 to undrafted free agent, I've just included the notable guys. At 35,000 subscribers, I will be giving you guys a tutorial on how to download these. So keep on spreading the word for that. And if you agree or disagree with any of the ratings you see here in these videos, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will do my best to see if it's worth to upgrade said player. So without further ado, let's jump right into the Indianapolis Colts looking to bounce back. I think, obviously Andrew Luck had a bounce-back season. Wasn't so hot in 2015, but in 2016, Mr. Andrew Luck, borderline MVP candidate, 8-7 win-loss records, not great, but 4,200 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and 13 picks was pretty damn good, to be honest with you. So that's a 90 every day in my book for Andrew Luck. I think, there was a little bit of rumors and murmurs that maybe Andrew Luck isn't as good, or maybe he's starting to regress, not maybe so much on his part, but more the front office of the Colts aren't really helping him develop and take his game to the next level, regardless of what you think of Pagano, the coach. But he did bounce back, and I think, based off of last season, with the weapons, hopefully, that they continue to add in between this season and next season, they could be a very competent team there in the AFC South. So 90 for Andrew Luck, Tolzien 68, and Stephen Moore 61. At the running back spot, we gave old man Frank Gore an 84 overall last season. He had 1,300 yards from scrimmage and 8 total touchdowns, which included over 1,000 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. Ageless wonder. I think this probably will be his final year, and they tried their best to get the future of the running back spot. I know they did bring back Robert Turner. We gave a 75. And then in the 3rd round, they got Marlon Mack. Was it 3rd or 4th round? They got Marlon Mack. They got Marlon Mack here in the 4th round. Tremendous value. That 70 overall might be the highest, or tied for the highest overall I gave to a guy in the 4th round. He's a beast running back. I would not be surprised to see. Frank Gore's healthy. He played all 16 games last year. There's no inclination that he wouldn't do it again this year. But looking towards the future, Marlon Mack could be their lead back. They know fullback. Wide receivers, we gave T.Y. Hilton a 91 overall. I think he's number 6 for my wide receivers, somewhere around there, but he led the league in receiving yards. He had 91 catches for 1,448 yards and 6 touchdowns. Very productive season from the speedster out of Florida International. So 91 for T.Y. Hilton. We give a 79 to Dante Moncrief, who finished the year with 30 catches, 300 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So red zone monster here. Kamara Aiken coming over from the Baltimore Ravens. Nice other element to add to that offense. Kind of speaks to where they really value Philip Dorsett in their offense. So I like the Kamara Aiken pick. He's a 78. Dorsett here, 72. He wasn't horrible last year. Wasn't anything special. 33 catches, 528 and 2. But, he's not as bad as Nelson Aguilar. These guys don't have Nelson Aguilar, Rodgers here, 67, and Quan Bray, 64. Tight end spot, we give Jack Doyle an 80 overall. They sent Dwayne Allen packing because Jack Doyle emerged as the guy they want to roll with. Last season, he had 59 catches, 584 yards, and 5 touchdowns. That's an 80 overall in my books. They got Brandon Williams here at tight end. They got Eric Swope at tight end. Doyle's decent, solid, nothing flashy. Left tackle, we have Anthony Castonzo, who we gave it 81 overall. Pro Football Focus gave him an 82. Because the offensive line is not anything special, I feel like 81's, about comfortable where I keep with Castonzo. Left guard, they have Jack MEWHORT, who we gave an 82 overall. Very solid left guard. That left side of the offensive line is fairly solid. At center, Ryan Kelly, we gave him a 78 overall. Pro Football Focus. I found 2 contradicting scores. I saw a 78 and I saw an 81. But because, the rookie, we gave him a 78. But if you guys think I should bump that up, I certainly can probably make, 79, 80. Right guard, we have Brian Schwenke coming over from the Tennessee Titans, currently slated to compete for that starting right guard gig. And at right tackle, Carson Wentz's offensive lineman from North Dakota State, Joe Haig, who we gave a generous, I think, 70 overall, as Pro Football Focus rated him a 65.1. But that was as left guard. Now he's going to right tackle, which I think is his more natural position, and he should be serviceable at that right tackle spot. Jumping to the defensive front, we have KENDALL LANGFORD here, who we gave a 74 overall. Veteran, not the flashiest of players. I think last season, I don't even think he got a sack last season. He did not. He played in 7 games and had 9 tackles. But, you know, when he is on the field, he's a good run stuffer. So 74. They have Marcus Hunt, who came up from the Cincinnati Bengals, giving him a 70. And this guy with a terrible name, not even going to try it. Right defensive end, Henry Anderson. We gave him a 76 overall. Last season, Henry Anderson had 2 starts. He had 8 tackles. Maybe the 76 is a little high. But I think as a rookie, he was really, really dominant. And maybe didn't have the best season last year. I'm not exactly sure why he wasn't getting the playing time. But this is more so based off his rookie season where he showed lots of upside. At times, looked like the best player on that defensive front for the Colts. So that's a 76. Hassan Ridgeway here with a 69. They got Terrell Basham, the 3rd round pick, with a 67. And Kelsey Crowell's here with a 59. At defensive tackle, they have Hankins, who's coming over from the New York Giants. That was a great pickup from them. I mean, coming off, he didn't have the greatest season last year, but if you look at 2 years past, man, Hankins looked like an emerging stud at the defensive tackle spot, so I like that pick from the Colts. They got David Perry, who we gave a 75 overall. He was solid last year, starting all 16 games at nose tackle, had 3 sacks, just shy of 50 total tackles, so I mean, potentially I could bump that up a couple points, but I don't think David Perry is better than Jonathan Hankins. Then we have Ty McGill hit with a 72. Jumping to left outside linebacker, they got Jabal Sheard, who came over as a free agent from the New England Patriots. Moving on to left outside linebacker, which I think is where he played with the Cleveland Browns. I think. I don't want to stick my neck out on that one. But he did play a lot of defensive end last year for the Patriots. Now he's moving to the outside linebacker spot. You know, can he drop back in the coverage? You're probably not going to have to ask him to drop back in the coverage, but it was a very good signing here. They had Akeem Ayers from last season. I think he had 2 sacks, 16 tackles, 2 pass deflections, an interception. He was decent, so that's a 75, and Mount here with a 63. Middle linebacker, Sean Spence, coming from the Tennessee Titans, 73, serviceable, but it's going to be a battle here for the linebacking core. Antonio Morrison, my Florida Gator. This guy was a beast, and if he didn't have all the injuries he had at Florida, he would have certainly got drafted a lot higher, and I think, you know, watch out for this guy. He's going to be a beast. They got John Bostic, another Florida linebacker. He's pretty good. He's a big hitter, kind of a liability when it comes to coverage. And then they got Anthony Walker Jr., the linebacker from Northwestern. Tremendous, tremendous pickup. I think they got him in the 5th round. I was screaming for the Philadelphia Eagles to draft him. He was, you know, look at his Northwestern tape from 2 years ago. He's a monster, but because he ran out of rookies, that's why he has the 1-year experience. Because there's so many goddamn limitations to this offline player management tool. At a right side linebacker, they got John Simon, who came over from the Houston Texans. I like that pick a lot. I mean, I just remember John Simon in college. He was the strongest guy in college. This guy was like benching like 40. Just, I don't know how clean he was, but he was a monster. I like that pickup to improve both their ends with Jabal Shield and John Simon. They got Barkevious Mingo on a fairly low-risk deal just to see maybe if he finally sticks. Not going to say he will, but in terms of Madden, he's usually fun to use in Madden. And then we have LeVar Edwards here with a 64. He had a sack last year. Maybe it could be a little bit higher. Who cares? He's not going to play. Jump to the secondary. We gave VONTAE Davis an 85 overall last year. VONTAE Davis, all I can remember was I think Antonio Brown absolutely torched him in that game they had. But he still had interception, 10 pass deflections, and 14 starts, and just over 35 tackles. So we're giving it an 85, but last year did look like a down year for VONTAE Davis. Darius Butler, though, on the other hand, had an up year. We gave him an 81 overall after he had 3 interceptions, which led the team in only 7 official starts to go on with 7 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and over 30 tackles. So great year from Darius Butler. We have Daryl Morris here. We gave you 73 overall. I think he had an interception, 6 pass deflections. We have Sean Melvin, who we gave a 73 overall, who had no interceptions, 7 pass deflections, 50-some tackles, though, so he was fairly serviceable, but nothing special. They got Quincy Wilson, who was their 2nd-round draft pick. Might not be so hot in terms of Madden because he's not going to have a lot of speed, but he does have good shutdown ability, and maybe you want to move him to safety. Then again, if you are playing on the Colts, their safety spots are looking fine. Frankie Williams, 64. Milton here with a 63. Down to free safety with Malik Hooker, who was our 1st-round pick, getting a 77 overall. So I think he's the 6th highest rookie that I have for my rosters. He was a beast. Very surprising that he did slip. Holy shit, there's a huge spot on my ball. Very surprising that he did slip, but that was a great pick there for the Indianapolis Colts. TJ Green, not so hot as a rookie, so he's sitting there with a 67. At the strong safety spot, Clayton Gaithers moving from free safety to strong safety. We're giving him an 80 overall. He's a solid tackler. Should form a nice little pair there. Farley with a 63, McClure 59. Old man Adam Vinatieri was a monster last season, so we gave him a 91. And at the punter, Jeff Locke, no more Pat McAfee, 79. So there you go, guys. Those are your Colt ratings. If you agree or disagree with any of them, let me know in the comments section below. And until next time, it's C4 saying